Hi, this is Pearl and welcome to my channel. Today I have for you week 45 of my 2020 Project Life album. I am using the Ali Edwards Stories by the Kit month, and I've printed out my photos and written out the dates on the back of these photos. I do like to have my photos in semi-chronological order. I do print all my photos at home using the Epson PM400 photo printer, which is so nice because I do take it with me on crops as well. And I do like to print white borders on my photos. Excuse me. And this is the week of election, so I have written that down here, and also the week of the December daily prep party. So I'm using the Ali Edwards Stories by the Month kit, and I'm looking for 3x4 photos and to see where I'm going to do my journaling. I do like to balance the colors of my journaling cards out so that there's a balance in the photos. And you'll see here that I'm going to be moving things around because I do want it to have some balance. And I am writing using the filler card that says giving thanks for it all, because I do want to be grateful for our election process and the fact of democracy, and that we all get the ability to, or the chance to vote. And I think it is our civil duty. This is the first year I didn't take my kids with me to vote because of school. They're all doing online schooling, and I went while they were at home doing online school. So I'm using my black StazOn ink and my One Canoe 2 roller date stamp. And the bottom photo is just of screenshots that I took during election, and it's the paper person, the one by, oh, I forgot her name, when she said to vote, and also, oh, Kelly Perky, and also the election with the blue and red states on the bottom. And I used the I voted sticker on one of the journaling cards. And on this yellow journaling card that says friends and family, I'm referring to the bottom picture, and I'm talking about how my son was so happy to have a friend over after school to play, and just how it's so important to remember their social mental health as well. Because I do forget to have, or we don't have as many friends over, because I do have 4 kids, and I do tell them all the time that that was the greatest gift I could have ever given them, our siblings. So we don't have as many play dates as other friends would. And now I did put the number 45 using an old Felicity Jane alphanumeric puffy stickers. And on this memories card, I am going to use the vote stamp, and if I can find any of these stamps, I will link them down below, but a lot of these sell out and they don't bring them back. So I decided to do it on this memories journaling card, and then I am going to end up changing it. I put the I voted on, I tried to do the black StazOn ink, and it did not come out at all. And you'll see here that I am re-inking my StazOn ink. I think I just need to give in and buy a new one, but I try to recycle and reuse as much as possible. So I do try that, and you're going to see here that I'm going to try to stamp again, and it does not work because it's off balance. So what I end up doing is I end up stamping this on white cardstock, and I'm going to use the VersaFine ink because it is a lot better at doing detail stamps. And I'm going to cut this out using my mini snips. And these are the Tim Holtz stickers that scissors that I love. And I'm just going to cut the circle out. I did end up printing the photo again. And so this is the benefit of having a printer at home. And to me, it's been so worth the investment that I have not printed a photo outside of my home in maybe over a decade. So I've been doing this for 10 years now, and I've printed all of my Project Life photos here at home, as well as for my scrapbook albums. So I'm using the Stampin' Up! Foam dots to pop up the I voted stamp that I just did. And then I'm going to try to stamp the 2020 using the VersaFine again. And I'm going to stamp that down there because it says 2020 election. And I did buy this stamp set just for this election year because it does say 2020, but it does have the capability of being able to be used on other years, which is nice. So I'm also using another stamp, and I rub the stamp off, especially when they're brand new, because I do like to have it get all the debris off. And after I re-ink the Stays On ink pad, the stamp came out much better where it says your vote counts. So I'm going to use this stamp as many times as I can because it's only for one layout, right? So I'm trying to decide what to do, and I start journaling on this memories journaling card, and then I'm going to end up changing it. I threw that journal card out, so I don't even remember what I wrote on there. But on that top photo, I took a picture of me at the voting station. There was nobody there because of social distancing, that I did end up just taking a selfie there. So now I'm using this green journaling card, and I'm stamping 2020 election. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the donkey and elephant stamp, and I'm going to stamp that Democrat and Republican so that we know that this was a really close race. And I'm going to stamp that using the VersaFine black ink. And then I'm going to stamp over the donkey and the elephant with the blue and red respectively, because that is also available with the stamp set. And it ended up coming out so cute. So I'm using the VersaFine here, you can see, and it does great detail stamping, which I love. So I ended up purchasing more of the VersaFine, and I got that in the blue and the red, and they're brand new. So you'll see here that I'm taking the plastic off of that. And these are such great detail stamps. So I'm taking the blue for the donkey and stamping it right over to fill in the blue, and then I'm going to take the elephant and stamp that red. And if I can find these stamp sets, I'll link them down below as well, because I highly recommend these VersaFine ink pads for detail stamping. I do wish that I could do detail stamping with these on photos, but one of my subscribers mentioned that I should try Memento ink, so I will try that next time I record. I've recorded a lot of my layouts in advance, so you won't be seeing that for a while, but I will be trying that. So I'm going through the chipboard stickers that came with the kit, and I do like to have my chipboard stickers coming off the edge. That's why I cut off the one that says giving thanks for this off the top. And then there's also the picture of the pumpkins that my kids carved for Halloween. So I just put an acorn chipboard there. Now on the second part of my layout is a picture of my son doing online schooling. And so I'm using this online schooling stamp set, and I use the stamp that says ready for distance learning and learn from my mistakes. So I'm using the VersaFine black ink to stamp this circle, and I'm going to cut that out again with my Tim Holtz mini snips. And I'm going to pop dot that up with the Stampin' Up! Foam dots, and I'm going to go ahead and pop that up. After I do that, I am going to date stamp my photos, and I do use the Stays On ink pad for that. And since I re-inked it, the date stamps are so much clearer now. Amazing what that can do. So I am going to date stamp all of those, and then the picture on the top right is of the things I packed to go to my girlfriend's house for the weekend. We ended up getting together to do the December Daily Prep Party, and what we have done in the past is we've flown to Sacramento to meet with some other December Daily Divas, is what we call ourselves. And we meet in Sacramento to do the December Daily Prep Party together. But because of social distancing, the San Diego crew met in San Diego, and the Sacramento crew met up at one of our friends' house. So I am showing you my Felicity Jane December Daily kit that I packed right there. So on this journaling card, I'm talking about my son and doing distance learning, and I wrote, I am so proud of Uni. He is so independent with school, even though he's only in the 3rd grade. He reminds me of his class schedule and what time he needs to be back after his break. And I think being independent like that is so good for the kids, because they learn responsibility and consequences of their inaction or actions, right? So the bottom photo is of us all doing Zoom together. Oh, and I forgot my girlfriend Laura was in Portland, so she was by herself and Zoomed in as well. So there were 7 of us that were doing this December Daily Prep Party together. The bottom photo is of the 3 of us in San Diego, and we all met at Ashley's house, which was nice. And I'm using one of the chipboard stickers to put on the very right 3x4 card that talks about this time of the year. And I'm just pointing to the fact that we're getting ready for December Daily. So on the journaling card that says 3 things, on the first paint swab, I wrote December Dailies Divas 2020. And number 2, Allie Edwards December Daily Prep Party. And 3, friends to scrap and socialize with. And I'm so grateful for these friends. I met them all on Instagram because of Project Life, and we've become such good friends that we have a running text going with all of us all the time, which is so fun because I don't have friends in real life who like to scrap as much as I do. Okay, so there's my layout. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know every time I upload a new video, and I'll see you next time.